What's up, everybody? This is it. The sixth Constructicon finally came home. I ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store. So let's take a look at Studio Series Scavenger. But first, let's take a look at his box. Alright, so you got the Studio Series format for the box. It's black. Blue stripe going down here saying Studio Series. It's collector combined. That says that over here, actually. Over here, he's 4 out of 5 for Devastator. 15 steps. You got him in the plastic behind the wall over here, so you can see him, but you can't grab him. You have his alt mode. You have a headshot. Throw it on angle. You can see the rest of them. Deluxe class. This side, you got Devastator. Collect combined. 4 out of 5, meaning I think they're talking about box count, not bots, because there are 6 of them, right? But I think they're talking about the boxes because, you know, you got 2 that came together. Product shot on the back. You got Devastator fighting the Dinobots, Scavenger in his alt mode, bot mode, and it says, probably the same thing that they all say. It says, Scavenger combined with the Constructicons to form Devastator. I think, anyway, a bunch of words and boring shit down here that we don't look at. We have this over here, barcode if you need it, and you got the boring bottom with nothing but upside down words. Now they're right side up. But still, and then on top, you got a little you got the peg tab, and you guys all that good stuff over here as well. That's the box. Let's get this guy out. Quick look how he looks behind the blue. This is how he comes packed. Guy's weapon over here, his scoop right there, and him right there. Let's get him all cut up and freed. All right, before we get started, let's put on his scoop. It just snaps on. Just snaps on like that and then folds up like that. All right, now he is complete. So let's take a look at him. He's just like the G1 toy with the big silver plate in the front of his chest. But he's, that waist though, what's going on with that? It looks like he did chest, but that's about it. He only did chest day. Or he did his upper arms and that was it. But here's a quick spin. Very flat. I'm not feeling these bot modes on these Constructicons at all. I mean, I know I'm going for Devastator, so I don't really care. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of wish they had some kind of, I don't know, looked better. Here's his head sculpt. He's got the black helmet, silver face. Well, it's like a big visor and just eyes. I don't know if that's his chin or what the hell that's going on with his face. I don't know what that is, but going down, you got his silver chest, Decepticon logo right there. Got that Constructicon green with some great details all about his arms. Of course, none of them have wrist rotation. They got all these chubby arms with this really messed up elbow bend. Yeah, the robots aren't that great. And then he's got his purple jeans, so he's like the Incredible Hulk. The treads are his feet, just like Bone Crusher over there. And then here it is from the back. Getting great, some more detailing. Not a whole lot of paint or anything. That's the cab for alt mode. And we already saw the scoop. That's his backpack. It's pretty big. And then he comes with, scooch over, man. Comes with, and he's got a decent weapon. I actually like this one. Looks pretty good compared to the others. Got some hollow bits, but it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, and then you can, of course, you know, you could hold it like so. Now he's armed and ready to take on the Autobots and the Dinobots. Oop. No sleeping on the job, man. So let's take a look at him with his crew. First one's first, we're gonna do Bone Crusher. These two actually look like they have similar legs. I don't think that they share them, but you can see them. He's got a really chunky upper body. He's just chunky. Here he is with Scavenger, who I feel is the best one out of all of them. I feel like he looks the best. Actually, let me see if I can get him in picture frame more. There we go. This guy is wide. He really is a wide-chested dude. Next to Mixmaster. Mixmaster's got some weight to him. I didn't realize that till I just picked him up and compared him. But yeah, he's got some weight. And speaking of weight, here's long haul. I've always liked long haul. This version, not so much, because I said this looks like a face and I can never unsee it. Last but not least, here he is with Hook. Here's the crew all together. Trying to get them in frame is not that easy. But we can do this because do it like this. Boop, 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 boop. All six together. You know what that means? We are going to put Devastator together finally. Really cool. I'm happy. Alright, so that was Scavenger's robot mode. I'm not gonna lie, his proportions are weird. Very wide chest, very narrow waist, and then the way the legs come popping out, it just looks horrible. All the elbows on these guys break up like that when they bend them. No wrist rotation. None of them have that. Yeah, he just has a head twist. I really don't go into articulation with these guys. Yeah. But again, it's not for all. It's for more for Devastator than robot mode. So I'm looking past it because I want to see how Devastator looks once combined. I haven't yet to see one. I have been looking at people's Devastators because everyone's gotten them now. So I don't want to see them. I want to put mine together and see what it looks like. But anyway, that was robot mode. Next video is going to be his transformation. Alright, so let's get this guy transformed into alt mode. And it is very easy. I did a practice run, which I never really do, but I did it this time. So let's get started. But before we do that, let's do a quick spin to see what he looks like, which we've already seen already, but I like to do this. Just weird proportions. Alright, let's get into it. Straighten up the arms and all that. Okay. These are tight. Fold those in. Perfect. All right. Gonna push all this back, and you want to snap this in the peg, the tab right here that goes into. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't line up like it should. Okay, there you go. That lines up right there. Do the same thing on this side, straighten it up. Push it all the way back. And then get the legs out the way. And try to get this. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Fills out the base of the cab like that. Then you just do this. Snap that in. So now you got the cab going on. Now for the feet, it's very, very simple and straightforward. I'm going to do a split on both sides. Then you got this big chunky peg. It's going to go into a hole. And just bring them around and up, and I'm going to snap them in. They should snap in really securely, really easy. Then you just take the scoop and bring it down like so. And there you have his alt mode. No, it doesn't roll, but there is his alt mode. Ta-da! And here he is in alt mode. A lot of green and some purple. Not a whole lot picked out in paint, but you know, Studio Series is known for that. But also the 86 movie didn't have a lot of details either. It was very simplified. So, without further babbling, let's get into the details, which you've seen a lot of it already in robot mode, but here are the treads. You got some silver here at least, but nothing else is painted. Here's the front. Some detail, not too much. These things not very straight. Okay, so you got some molded details in the hollow bit right here. There's the cab of it. It's got a nice Decepticon logo right there. Here is the scoop with nice details, some wiring. It is articulated. Goes up and down. Goes all the way back like this, and you can fold it up and extends all the way out. More details of what we have. Here is the top. Turn it around. Not much going on back here. Here's the bottom, very clean. You can't see anything. Of course, you know, just his chest. And this isn't pegged in all the way. There we go. I will say this, very tight joints. Very, very tight joints. But that is his alt mode. And of course, if you wanted to, you could go into attack mode. If you're having a bad day in construction and you want to take your anger out, you could do that if you wanted to. For comparisons, here he is with Bone Crusher. Nice green. At least they're unified, which is nice. Scrapper. Mixed Master. I left their guns on. I don't want to lose them. With Hook. Long Haul. Right here is the group shot of all of them together in their alt modes. A lot of green and some purples. More greens on this. You see more of the green in this mode than you do. At least there is some breakup in robot mode. Alright, so that's them all together. Alright, so that was Scavenger in his alt mode, and yeah, it's not a bad, it's good, you know, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know, I don't have nothing like bad to say about it, but you know, it could use more paint. Got some great details that if it was picked out in paint would probably pop more, especially on the treads. The treads could use some more paint, I think. You know, I mean, being all purple with some silver, you know, I mean, I think Toy Hacks might have some stickers lined up for this guy. I know he had them down for the other ones, but yeah, it's decent. It got some articulation in the shovel, which is nice. Weapon storage is meh. You know, I prefer weapon storage where it hides it away and or makes it a function of the alt mode. Like maybe make the gun tip part of a muffler or something. I don't know. I don't like when it's just pegged onto the top. That's just lazy and boring. But that's my opinion. And anyway, that's it for this vehicle mode. Devastator's coming up. Stay tuned for that.